My Lord Honorable Justice R.BANUMATHI, Judge Supreme Court of India, my brother judges on and off the dais, Learned Advocate General, members of the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, office bearers of the various law associations, former presidents of the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, Learned Public Prosecutor, senior counsels, my good friends at the bar, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to all of you. Though I have been invited for felicitating the new members, I think I will leave that job to my seniors who are to address after me. I thought I will remind them of their duties. My brother Anand has already said something about it, but I'll add to it, but in a much lighter vein. Today, this profession and this institution are being looked upon by everybody. And this institution, the judiciary, is the last hope for a common man. And as the old saying goes, a citadel never falls except from within. This institution has also got people who are ready to pull it down from within. So we should be careful of those people who are attempting to pull down this institution from within. And in trying to save this institution from such people, I think the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry must play a vital role in trying to weed out those elements and keep the institution afloat. Of course, the institution has survived so many years, so many onslaughts, and it can survive much more onslaughts also. But at the same time, we owe a duty to this institution, being part of the institution. I think the duty of the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry, particularly the elected members, to uphold the dignity of the profession as well as the dignity of the institution. Coming to as my brother Justice Anand Venkatesh outlined it, I'll go a little deeper into it. There is a set of rules in the Bar Council of India rules in chapter 2, which is rules 1 to 39, which deals with standards of professional conduct and etiquette. These rules are never taught in law colleges. The rules provide that even your name board should be of a particular size. There is a judgment of the Madras High Court reported in volume 80 Law Weekly, I think 1967, volume 80 Law Weekly, where the Madras High Court has pointed out that a name board of a lawyer must be of a very decent size. It cannot be like that of a showroom or say we have this Saravana stores now, like that. It should not be like that. And advertising is again barred. We find a lot of these advertisements today by lawyers coming up in various websites and other sites. And one guy called me, fortunately after I became a judge, he called me and said, what is your specialization? We would like to put it on the website. I said, no, I don't want, thank you. So these things are all, and I'll quote Justice Krishna here when he said, the canons of ethics and propriety for the legal profession totally taboo conduct by way of soliciting, advertising, scrambling, and other obnoxious practices. Law is not trade, briefs are not merchandise, unquote. This happens. Today I have seen a lot of these things happening, particularly sitting on the original side, as Anand pointed out. There had been a lot of these change of wakalats. Day in and day out, the judge has to be really careful. I learnt it the hard way. I expressed my opinion in the court. Next day, the wakalat went to a counsel who does not appear before me. These things should be avoided. These change of wakalats, as a practice, I don't allow my former juniors to appear in my court. When I expressed my opinion in that case and adjourned the case by a week, the next day that case was not listed, I asked the registry why it is not listed. They said one of your juniors had filed wakalat. These things should be curbed. These practices should be stamped out with very strict vigilance by the Bar Council, and I would also request lawyers to also cooperate in this process. Before proceeding further on this, I came across this book which is titled Professional Conduct and Advocacy. This is a series of lectures of Rao Bahadur K.V. Krishnaswamy Iyer delivered to the apprentices in the year 1940. This book was published by the Bar Council of Madras in the year 1940. But this is out of print, this is not available. This is actually, according to me, a real gold mine in respect of moral etiquettes a lawyer should follow, and what is his duty to his client, what is his duty to the court, what is his duty to the public. And these lectures, even in the foreword, Sir Lionel Leach, the then Chief Justice, has said that this is one of the best series of lectures which will be a very good reading to young lawyers particularly. So I would request the chairman of the Bar Council, the newly elected chairman, to have this book reprinted and published, and Bar Council can also give one copy of this book to all new lawyers and make it a curriculum in the law colleges. Ethics and professional conduct must be made a curriculum in the law colleges, and this book should be circulated to every young lawyer who enrolls. It can be given even free of cost by the Bar Council members. It should be given to them, and it should be made a part of the curriculum in the bar exams also, so that somebody reads. Otherwise, nobody will read all this. A new lawyer is not going to read this book. You make it a part of the examination and make him read it. Then he will know what kind of a profession we are in and how we should behave in the profession so as to uphold the profession's dignity. I'll request the chairman, I'll hand over a copy to him now itself. I'll request him to republish this book for the benefit of all the young lawyers. And there are some lighter moments are required in these kind of solemn functions. There is a usual joke about lawyers. One young lawyer got enrolled. He was a third generation lawyer. He went to court the first day, and one case came up, and his parents asked him to, his father, in fact a senior, asked him to take care of that case. He went, argued that case and won that case. He came back home and jubilantly told his grandfather, "Look, I have won this case." The grandfather said, "Pochda." Then he said, "I educated your father only from the income from that case. Your father educated you only from the income from that case. Now that case is over. What are you going to do for your survival?" That is how we are. Now, of course, today morning papers gave a very gratifying news about us. Madras High Court has finished 43% more cases than 2017 in 2018. That's a very good statistics we have. So I think we will not have these kind of cases coming up in future. And another thing about the intelligence of a lawyer, a London lawyer was driving in Ireland. He was stopped by the policeman for violation of the stop signal. He wanted to take on a London lawyer. He had a superior. We all think that we are superiors. Once we adorn this black coat and gown, we think we are superiors. This London lawyer, having that feeling of superiority, wanted to test the intelligence of this Irish cop. He thought what this Irish cop can do. Then he said, "I have stopped." The cop said, "You have crossed the stop line." He said, "I had slowed down." Then the cop said, "There is a difference between stopping and slowing down." Then the cop demanded, "Your license and registration, please." Then this lawyer wanted to push on with the cop for some more time. He entered into an argument. Then finally he said, "If you are able to show me the difference between slowing down and stopping, then I will hand over my license and registration to you. If not, you should not charge me, you should not issue a ticket. There was a gentleman's agreement. He said yes. Then the policeman said, please get down. The lawyer got down. The policeman took his baton and started hitting the lawyer. Then the lawyer asked him why. Now you tell me whether I should stop or I should slow down. So don't test the intelligence of the other man was the lesson. So we lawyers should not have that superiority feeling, and once we have this black coat and gown, we think it's a license for us to violate the law. Sorry, that is not your license. And these things have to be inculcated in the younger generation of lawyers who come up. And we find that a lot of these young lawyers who come, as he said, we should start the Gurukul practice. They come, they say, we will come to your office by 9 in the morning and go back at 6 in the evening. No, sir, never. You will never make a good lawyer if you have that practice. When I enrolled, nowadays we didn't have these internships and other things. We come to High Court only after enrollment. Any court only after enrollment. I came to the High Court and I went to one of my uncles took me to my senior's office and said, this guy, I want you to take him as your junior. And he said, what are the timings? And I was sitting there, he said, morning 7 o'clock you should be in the office. And evening by 6 you should be in the office and you can leave at 8:30. And sharp 8:30 we left. That was not a problem. But morning 7 o'clock, after 3 years in law college and waking up at 9 o'clock and having a coffee and running to college at 9:30. And now I said I should be in the office at 7. It was like I called my friend and told him, look here, this man has told me that I should. He said, quit that office, don't join that office. But still I joined, and I'm standing before you now after 30 years of practice. And I should thank my senior, who is no more with us, for all that good he has done to me. And one good thing he did was, if I go at 7:10 and say good morning, it will not be acknowledged. He will look at the clock. So that is, I am late. So that was the kind of training we had. And that is slowly fading away now. We have become corporate culture. We have big offices and people come in and troop in around 9:30, pick up their bundles, and you put them some inconvenient questions. They immediately say, I am only the representing counsel. I don't know what this representing counsel means. These things must go, and I would request the new office bearers to look into these aspects and train the junior lawyers, make some effort to train the junior lawyers to live up to the expectations. And nobody cares to read the bundle. The fellow never opens the bundle. He brings the bundle, keeps it on the table and says, I am a representing counsel. Or most of the times they don't have the bundle. Once I imposed cost upon a lawyer, on the senior for sending the junior without bundle. And we can't be harsh also. At times we are forced to be harsh, but we don't want to be harsh. But these things must be inculcated at the very beginning, and I think it is the Bar Council alone which can do all this. With this request, I congratulate the office bearers of the Bar Council. I wish they continue the good things that have been done by the Advocate General and his team for the past 2 years. And finally, I thank the members of the Bar Council for giving me the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, my lord.